I do the same thing with like these PEMF mats, these pulse electromagnetic field mats that run low Gauss current through the body. You know, supposedly what they will do is they'll change the surface polarity of your cells. So if you like were to prick your finger and put it on a slide and look at your blood under a microscope, you'd see that most of your red blood cells are kind of stuck together and clumped up, right? They're sort of traveling around the bloodstream in packs, almost like too many cars trying to take the same exit. But then when you run a low Gauss current through the body, like contacting the surface of the earth, when you're asking me what does grounding do, you contact the surface of the earth or lay on a PEMF mat. And when you're done, prick your blood again, put it back on the same slide, look at it under a microscope, and you'll see all your red blood cells have separated and they no longer can touch. Because on the surface of the red blood cell, you have a charge. And if the surface of cells have the same charge, they can't touch. As soon as they get opposite charges, they attract, right? And wherever they attract and touch and clump up, you lose that surface area. So now waste elimination, detoxification, repair, you know, all of these things are impeded because the cells are clumped up. If you just walked on the surface of the earth, you would see the changes, physiologic changes in your blood. Try it. Don't take my word for it. Just there, you can get a microscope online for about $400. You can get dark field, something called dark field, and you can put your blood on a slide and watch what happens after you've been sleeping all night before you go out and touch the surface of the earth, and then prick your finger 10 minutes later after you come in. Or 10 minutes after you get off a PEMF mat.
And what is more beneficial, PEMF mat or the grounding of the earth?
I think they're about equal. The problem is that most people just don't have the time or the wherewithal to touch the surface of the earth. They're in Michigan or Canada, or it's dark when they leave in the morning, dark when they come home in the morning, or they live in a condo high rise, or they're in New York City. It's hard to find actual dirt, grass, sand that you'd want to walk on without hypodermic needles and dog shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, I live in downtown Miami, and you know, in the mornings I would take my elevator down and walk across the street, take my shoes off, and I called it Four Corners. There was a little park right next to the American Airlines Arena downtown where the Heat played, and I would just walk the four corners of that park, you know, in the morning with my shirt off, just getting sunlight and doing some breath work. I would go back inside, do my mood, my emotional state, my energy, everything through the roof, and then take a cold shower. That's it. I mean, most people, you know, again, not the super ultra woke biohacker, but the basic humanity, we have subscribed to the fact, or I've subscribed to the fact that aging is the aggressive pursuit of comfort. I really think aging is the aggressive pursuit of comfort. The more aggressively we pursue comfort, the faster we age. And, you know, and so most people just don't want to wake up in the morning, expose their skin to sunlight, do a little breath work, ground, touch the surface of the earth, and then take a cold shower. None of which would add a penny to their budget and would absolutely change the trajectory of their life. And then as you get more money, then you can add a red light therapy bed, you can add a PEMF mat, you can do a cold plunge and start to really amp up the benefits of these things.
And when you use a PEMF mat, it has the same effect as grounding on the earth?
It has the same effect as
better?
grounding.
I mean, you're lying the body on it?
Yeah, if you use a low Gauss PEMF mat, low Gauss current, it has the same effect as lying on the surface.
Do you lay on it naked? How do you do it?
No, you actually just put it you put it underneath your you put it on top of your mattress. It looks like a yoga mat.
Okay.
And so you plug it into the wall, you put it underneath your mattress, and then when you go to bed, you hit two buttons, and for 30 minutes it will run a low Gauss current through your body.
And you just lay on it.
You'll wake up alkaline every morning. Every morning that you wake up, all of your red blood cells will be repolarized. They'll all be slithering around in your bloodstream. You'll have all that surface area for waste elimination, for repair, for detoxification, for exchange with the serum of the blood. So healthy for you. And if you don't want to drop the money on a PEMF mat, then wake up and take your shoes off and touch the surface of the earth. Right? I mean, I think if you look at some of the, you know, the ancestral books on mankind, you'll see that we were really designed to spend more than 85% of our time outside. We spend 95% of our time indoors right now. In fact, most people spend more than 97% of their time indoors. They go from a covered house to a covered garage to a covered car to a covered office to a covered gym. We just don't expose our, we say, well, Grandma, don't go outside, it's too hot. Don't go outside, it's too cold.
Right.
Just lay down. Just relax. Eat at the very first pang of hunger. I mean, this is collapsing all of our natural defense mechanisms. That's why things like cold water immersion that we don't want to adapt to, that shock the body, tap into all of these, primal mechanisms to protect us. We call it hormesis, right? The body gets stressed and it strengthens. So we got to think of some forms of stress as strengthening the body, right? Like cold water immersion. Water is 29 times more thermogenic than air, right? So I know you know all about cold plunges, but so water pulls heat out of the body at 29 times the rate of air. That's why you can die in 72-degree water, but you can't die in 72-degree air. But when you shock the body like that, you cause the liver to secrete cold shock proteins. You cause the activation of brown fat, thermogenesis. And contrary to popular belief, there is a cost to thermogenesis. There is a caloric cost to thermogenesis, so it can actually improve weight loss if you don't increase your caloric intake. It actually helps improve insulin sensitivity. It reduces insulin. It reduces blood sugar. It actually can improve the sensitivity of your body to blood sugar. It causes a massive vasoconstriction. It forces blood to your core and up to your brain. I mean, you know how good you feel when you get out of a cold plunge. It sucks going in, but you feel fucking amazing coming out.